With mounting fiscal constraints and waning international financial cooperation, the world faces a critical question. How can we sustainably finance a future that works for both people and the planet? The failure to deliver on financial commitments has left over 85% of the SDGs off course, deepening inequities and endangering shared global public goods, with the heaviest toll borne by the Global South. On 3rd to 4th April 2025, Club de Madrid, the world's largest forum of democratic former presidents and prime ministers, brought together leaders, experts and institutions at the United Nations office in Nairobi for its annual Policy Dialogue 2025, Driving Sustainable Futures for All. The gathering issued a strong call for urgent and transformative reforms to the global financial governance. In today's multipolar world, rising nationalism, protectionism, and distrust are fragmenting supply chains and constraining fiscal space. Addressing these challenges requires broad and inclusive cooperation, grounded in political will and shared principles that align finance with the needs of people and planet. Multilateralism must be renewed, not abandoned, to close the financing gap. 2025 presents a pivotal moment, with key milestones such as the 4th International Conference on Financing for Development, the World Summit for Social Development, South Africa's G20 Summit, and COP30 in Brazil. The Club de Madrid's annual policy dialogue in Nairobi in 2025 charted a clear agenda to capitalize on these opportunities. Several recommendations emerged from the discussions, highlighting the need to scale up and reform multilateral development banks to mobilize $300 billion a year by 2030, reform global liquidity by expanding crisis response tools and reinforcing regional financial safety nets to ensure faster, fairer access to finance, establish a UN-anchored sovereign debt framework through a permanent, independent mechanism to coordinate debt restructuring and link debt relief to development goals, prevent future debt crises by implementing counter-cyclical, vulnerability-based finance, rebalance international taxing rights and introduce a global minimum tax on the ultra-wealthy, protect and scale up official development assistance to 0.7% with 0.2% for least developed countries, and ensure climate finance is not seen as an add-on to development but as a fundamental part of it. Align private sector investment with climate and development priorities, leverage digital technologies to enhance inclusion and transparency, ensure accountability for global financing commitments. Leaders must seize this moment, not as another summit cycle, but as a turning point to align financial systems with shared human and planetary goals. This is the time to show that leaders can come together to take action and deliver meaningful outcomes on an agenda that affects us all.